It was the year 1989. A young man stood outside a publishing house holding the manuscript of his very first novel, A Time to Kill. He had spent 3 long years writing it, in between court sessions, late nights, and early mornings. He thought, maybe this was it. Maybe this was the book that would change everything. But what did he get instead? Rejection. Not once, not twice, 28 times. Can you imagine pouring your soul into something, only to hear no over and over again? Fast forward to today, and we meet a household name in literature, John Grisham, a best-selling author with over 40 novels, millions of copies sold, and multiple film adaptations. So what made John Grisham different? What turned that rejected manuscript into the start of a best-selling career that would span over 40 novels, multiple film adaptations, and decades of success? Here's the thing, it wasn't luck, it wasn't connections, it wasn't even raw talent, it was something far more powerful: discipline. Grisham, a former lawyer who once failed English in community college, built his entire writing career on routine. Every January 1st, he starts a new novel. Every weekday, he sits down to write at exactly 7 a.m. Same place, same computer, same cup of coffee. No internet, no phone, no distractions. Sounds boring? Maybe. But think about this. What if boring is actually the secret to brilliance? You see, the Stoics had a word for this kind of consistency: prohairesis. It's the idea that we don't control the world, but we do control our actions, our habits, and how we show up every single day. That's exactly what Grisham did. He showed up, even when publishers said no, even when the odds seemed impossible. And here's the kicker. He only writes for about 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's just 15 hours a week. But those hours, they're deep, focused, meaningful. And that's the magic. So many of us wait for motivation. We wait for inspiration to strike. But Grisham, he doesn't wait. He writes. Rain or shine, good mood or not. He treats writing like a job, one with a punch-in time and a punch-out time. So what can we learn from him? Maybe success isn't about dramatic breakthroughs. Maybe it's about quiet persistence. Maybe it's about creating a routine so solid that greatness becomes inevitable. And maybe, just maybe, if you build the right habits and stick to them, even when no one's watching, even when no one believes in you, the world will catch up, just like it did with John Grisham.